Alright, welcome back to the weekly forecast. Okay, so we closed Friday above the low of this candle right here. So I'm thinking it's possible to retrace back into this consequent encroachment of that daily wick and maybe this little volume imbalance right here, or even possibly to take out the buy side here before reverting back down. Right, because we bounced off this bullish order block right here, so it's reasonable to expect some form of retracements. Okay, ultimately I think it's gonna draw into the weekly VI volume imbalance right here. Right, heading to the weekly chart. This is the volume imbalance right here. Right, it's only filled just a little bit. So for volume imbalances, usually it gets filled up. So I'm thinking it's gonna happen over here as well. So that's my near-term drawn liquidity, right? However, it's possible that we can get some form of retracements back up into the premium to offer a short into that area here, right? We almost hit this consequent encouragement of the week here, which is also the opening of the daily bullish order block, right? And the next targets would be, of course, the sell side here. Okay, so we finally got a large range, huge range, or should I say large candle right here. Okay, as I was expecting, because it has been trading within this candle for the past 2 weeks, and somehow rather I'm expecting a huge candle right after that, right? So as I've mentioned before, ultimately I'm thinking these lows are next. Okay, because we took out the buy side, we returned back into 50% of the range, and I think we will be seeking discount and possibly even trade outside of the range. Okay, so right here on the daily time frames, what I can say is possibly a market maker buy model, as I've mentioned many times before. Consolidation, reaccumulation, distribution, and right here we will have reaccumulation, and then it's gonna trade below the consolidation, right? Usually it's like that, but we shall see. I don't have to catch this bottom here, but then again, I think it has a very high possibility of trading there, right? We broke down, market structure shifted lower here, and using the 20 days look back from the starting of the month, I'm looking at the lows here, right? And these lows resides in the 40 days look back. So I think if these lows are targeted, then I think these lows are next, but we might see some retracements after taking out the lows here. Okay, so it would be nice if they could offer another another chance to short the market here, but it looks highly unlikely, right? So just play according to the market structure. Okay, so next week I'll be looking for price to reach into these areas here. Okay, Fibonacci, right? We are right in discount. We are in a discount range, so it could come back up here. Oops, it could come back up here and reject, go lower. That is what I'm expecting. And if you want to see the optimum trade entry zones. It's all around here. These targets are all within this zone. So even if it wants to go back up, right, it has to come here first. I'm thinking it has to come here, right? So right now we have quite a huge confluence, and adding on seasonal tendencies, we're heading into March. Usually that's a bearish month, and I would love to see price go lower. And furthermore, we are in a elevated risk environment, right? As you can see, there are lots of funny news coming out right now, and lots of bearish news, I would say. So it's priming for the move, right? So heading down into the 1 hour, nothing much right here. Why is this here? Okay, nothing much right here that I can draw from, other than the tree drives higher here within this 1 hour fair value gap, CB, which took out the low here. If it was to continue to remain bearish, then I think we would open gap down, right, and head straight towards this weekend opening gap. That is what I'm thinking, because this was the candle that took out this swing low. So I'm going to annotate it down here all the way to end of Monday. Right, so let's see what they give. I'll highlight the oops, so just close this. Tree. Consequent encouragement would be here. We have tapped into it. Five zero. Okay. So if price was to remain bearish, this gap should stay unfilled, right? I do not want to see it fill up to the brim, which in contrast against my consequent encouragement, right? It might want to trade up there, but for continued bearishness, I wouldn't want to see it trade up there, because if it trades up there, then it opens up the possibility of price taking out this buy side here. So we would be back in a neutral bias. That would be a difficult read yet again, similarly to this week right here, right? Seek and destroy profile after the drop. So right here it's pretty hard, but on the higher time frames it's pretty clear. All right, so yep, I'm expecting price to just dump from this level here, since it has closed back below the fair value gap, right? And it has reached into the consequent encroachment too. So heading down into the 15 minutes, but before that, I think let's organize this. I'm gonna move them to here. Okay, just gonna push everything back. Alright, Friday. Okay, so heading down into the 50 minutes right here, 15 minutes fair value gap, 1 2 3 3 drives higher, right? And it broke down, taking out this swing low right here. So what I see is a bull flag, but it's a bull flag that I think would play out. Bear flag, sorry. I think it would play out due to this 3 drives higher into the 50 minutes fair value gap. So we shall see. Nothing is confirmed until Sunday's open. So yeah, that's what I have for now. On this video, let me just double check. Right. Oh, let us take a look at the dollar. Not sure if it wants to retrace back into the mean threshold of this order block before heading up into this equal highs here, but it doesn't have to, but it could. So next week probably dollar's gonna reach into these levels here, and I want to see if it can expand higher into this area here, right? But next week's objective, I think this level will be taken up, and seems like it's playing out on a market structure, like a market maker buy model. If it's identical over here and it trades up into this area, then I'm thinking that these highs are next. Okay, very simple analysis right here for the dollar, because as long as it goes up, there's room for equities to go down. So yep, when it reaches here, closing up this volume imbalance, this CB right here, then we will start to evaluate whether the run is going to continue, right? And by the time we should have some discount levels here for us to gauge easier, right? There's multiple fair value gaps right now, just one with this bullish order block, and at the same time, if we're going to take out this swing high, then I think this is going to be the breaker, trades up above it and run higher, right? I think some retracements could be possible, but let's see. I'm going to remove this. This is the new day opening gap on Wednesday to Thursday, I believe. Yep. Alright, I think that's it for this video. I hope it can help you with your navigation through the markets during these times. It's going to be very helpful, and that's all.